Hey everyone, welcome back to Matt's Digital Odyssey. I'm your host, Matt Marlatt, here to take you on another nostalgic journey through gaming's rich history. I know I've been focusing more on gaming than tech lately, and I blame the winter cold that I've had for the past 2 weeks. It just let me play video games a lot more than normal. So with that being said, today we're diving into my favorite game of all time, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. Yeah, you heard that right. Out of all the games that I played, Soul Reaver holds a special place in my heart more so than any other game. Some puzzles can be frustrating, and there is a lot of quirks. But the gameplay, the haunting atmosphere, the incredible voice acting, and that amazing soundtrack make it an experience like no other. When I first tried Soul Reaver on my PS1, believe it or not, I wasn't hooked. The demo was interesting, but it didn't just grab me. It wasn't until I picked up the game used for my Dreamcast with birthday money that something clicked. Maybe it was that period in my life or just the timing of everything, but the experience just felt transformative, and I ended up playing it for days on end, even during Christmas. With the recent remaster, all of those memories have come flooding back, and I couldn't be happier to share them with you. So grab your favorite holiday treat, settle in, and let's revisit the world of Nosgoth. I had just got my PS1, and it came with a demo disc. Soul Reaver was one of the playable demos on that disc, long before the game was even to be released. And let me tell you, it was technically impressive for the time. It released in 1999, and it featured real-time environment transitions between the material and spectral realms, which was a groundbreaking mechanic. The PS1 pushed to its limits, with expansive levels, detailed character designs, and dynamic lighting effects. It also did very clever tricks to hide those loading times. But despite all that, the demo didn't grab me for some reason. I absolutely appreciated the artistry, but something was missing. Maybe it was that area of the demo. Maybe because it wasn't a completed build yet. Or the jagged edges of the low-resolution textures of PS1 just held me from being fully immersed in Nosgoth. Fast forward to when I bought it used on Dreamcast. This version took everything that the PS1 offered and cranked it up to 11. Running at a higher resolution with smoother frame rates, the Dreamcast version brought Nosgoth to life in a way the PS1 just couldn't. The character models were sharper, textures more detailed, and the lighting effects added depth to an already eerie atmosphere. The loading times were almost completely non-existent, which made the exploration feel absolutely seamless. But something about playing it at that time of my life just made it click better. Maybe it was the impactful story, or the haunting visuals, or the beautifully dead world. Or maybe the voice acting. Simon Templeton as Kain, Michael Bell as Raziel, and the late great Tony Jay, most famous for Megabyte from Reboot, as the Elder God. Their voice acting was top-notch, and it completely pulled me into Raziel's journey of revenge. So why is Soul Reaver my favorite game of all time? It's not just the story, although Raziel's journey of betrayal and revenge is phenomenal. It's not just the gameplay, though the combination of combat, exploration, and puzzles is incredibly satisfying. It's the whole package, the atmosphere, the sound design, and that voice acting. It all comes together so seamlessly. The Dreamcast version truly felt like the definitive way to experience it too. The higher fidelity sound made the ambient noises and soundtrack even more immersive. The spectral realm's haunting hums and distortions came alive on the Dreamcast's more powerful hardware, adding a layer of eeriness. But all this positive, the game wasn't without its flaws. Some puzzles, like the infamous block challenges, were ridiculously frustrating, and sections where the camera just wasn't cooperative as I wished it would have been. But to me, those imperfections are part of what makes it special. It's a game that challenges you and immerses you so deeply that you push through the rough edges because you want to experience the whole thing. I still remember trying to finally adjust the camera with the triggers on the Dreamcast controller. And obviously there's other games that I absolutely love. Sonic 2, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, Metal Gear Solid Crazy Taxi, Sonic Adventure 2, and Earthworm Jim, to name a couple. And each one of them has left a lasting experience on me. But none quite capture the magic of Soul Reaver for some reason. It's the one game I always find myself coming back to, booting up my Dreamcast just to play. I guess the holidays just bring out the gamer nostalgia in me, and Soul Reaver is one of the games at the top of that list. Now, my house is where Christmas was usually hosted, so as I waited for more people to show up, like my cousins, my brother, my aunts or uncles, I just played the game. I know I woke up that Christmas morning, did the usual gift exchange with my parents, and even got some new games, but I was just eager to play Soul Reaver more. So I thanked my parents for what I got, and then rushed upstairs to play more Soul Reaver. It's such a funny memory, pushing blocks and battling vampires while festive Christmas drifted in from the living room. Gaming really is all about creating those personal memories, and for me, Soul Reaver isn't just a game, it's a part of my story. Now, with the remaster, it feels like I'm reconnecting with an old friend, and it's a chance to relive those moments and share them with a new generation of players. Obviously, I played it on Christmas. And that's it for today's episode of Matt's Digital Odyssey, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. It's not just my favorite game, it's one of the cornerstones of my gaming journey. The recent remaster has given me a chance to relive all of those memories again, and I hope it inspires you to revisit some of your favorites too, or even check out these games if you never did before. What's your favorite game of all time? Or what games define your holiday memories? Let me know on social media at Marlad Media. On the next episode, I've talked a lot about video games, so let's switch gears a little bit and talk about my favorite tech of the year and maybe even some of my all-time favorite tech. Just a nice way to wrap up 2024. Until then, keep playing, keep dreaming, and I'll see you on the next Odyssey.